What is good, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Get into another reaction. It's a wonderful Thursday afternoon. We are getting into the new episode of Dr. Stone, episode 8 of season 3. This is getting real interesting after last episode, bro. This is really starting to turn up. The first like 1 through 6 episodes, I believe, was kind of just, I wouldn't say boring, but it wasn't really progressing on what the next conflict was too much. They just had a goal in mind on where they wanted to go and what they were trying to do. So they needed to make a ship. They got the ship made, and they got all the supplies that they needed for the ship, so they prepared for it and everything. They got a chef to make the bread, so they have plenty of rations or, you know, food if they do need food. If they can't scavenge it themselves, they always got food if they need it. The fuel for the ship and everything, and then they made the ship. So they got everything that they needed for the ship, built the ship, ready to set out sail and go across the world and hopefully figure out what the petrification beam really is and how they can petrify somebody, because at the end of the day they're trying to save Tsukasa, because he's in like a cryo state sort of, you know, state right now where it's preserving his body until they're able to figure out how to petrify somebody, so they can petrify him, and that will in turn save him after they petrify him and then revive him. Because the petrification along with the revival fluid, it kind of has this, you know, healing properties where it like rapidly heals you, instead of trying to go the other route where they needed to do a lot more work just to be able to like perform whatever surgery they have to on him and also create whatever medicine he needs for his sepsis, which, you know, obviously I know Senku's a scientist and all, but I don't know if he's really a fucking doctor, and if he'd actually be able to, like, he performed a little simple surgery to kind of prolong his situation or his condition, but that's not really going to save his life. So that's why they put him in this cryo state, and then they're trying to figure out how to petrify somebody and find the source of this petrification beam and see what's really going on here. So this is where we've gotten to this island. And very quickly things have turned up, because literally the whole crew besides Senku, Kohaku, Gen, and then Soyuz are petrified. Also Suika. Suika is also on her own right now. She somehow escaped because Rusui saved her. So I wonder, I'm assuming at some point she's going to meet up with them, because obviously she's just a kid. I don't know why she would be by herself the whole time. So I'm assuming she's going to find them, meet up with them, and obviously they're just going to have to bring her along, because she wasn't supposed to be on the ship and come along in the first place. But then again, this is the situation that we're in, so they're just going to have to deal with it. And then so very quickly after they figured that out, they're like, oh shit, like the whole crew's petrified. So that's for sure. Like, and what's his name? I can't remember what his name is, but the dude with the yellow hat, who's usually like the tracker, and he's really good with sonar. He noticed something on the sonar right away when they got there, and he was like, wait, there's something under us. And then sure enough, the blonde-haired kid goes to check. He swims underwater, and he sees that there's a bunch of, you know, petrified people under them. This is an island where it started with the astronauts that landed, like Senku's dad and all of them, like however 3,000 many years ago. So that already clued them in, like, hold the fuck on. That means that these people that are under us or on this island have been petrified after the huge petrification beam. You know what I'm saying? So that means there's still somebody that is able to use petrification and is using it to their advantage. And sure enough, as Senku and them are starting to follow this girl, they finally meet up with her. She's apparently the prettiest girl on the island, and she has her own agenda of trying to get close to the master of this place, who, you know, probably governs this place or this island, and is trying to, you know, save her own people from having to be under his tyranny. Because if you don't fuck with something, or you don't listen to the laws, or this and that, or you don't agree with something, like for example, this village that this girl is from, the men were about to go and like protest or like fight the master, like, nah, he can't take our women, like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to have to deal with that. So if they did that, they probably would end up being petrified. So this is exactly why this girl has like lived her whole life thinking like, okay, I'm gonna become the prettiest girl so I can save this place, because if she is the prettiest girl, then the master is gonna want her, obviously. You know what I'm saying? That's like how she's seeing on how like she can get close to him. So very quickly we're seeing her own agenda, and it seems like we're going to be teaming up with her, because obviously Senku and them, their whole goal is to figure out how to petrify somebody. So they're going to be helping out this girl and this island, and probably the other villagers and whatnot as well, by hopefully defeating this master or person or whatever, and then also figuring out at the same time how the hell is he petrifying people. And I'm assuming since, you know, they got a radio signal, and this you know, signal was Morse code of like why, and they started calling this person Y-Man. It's probably the master that is Y-Man if I had to guess, but I'm very curious on who this person is. Is it really somebody that we think that we have never met before, or is it somebody that we, I don't know. I feel like it could be a crazy plot twist on what we finally see this person is, and how they're actually governing this place, and how they know how to use the petrification beam, or how to even petrify people to begin with. It might be somebody, I don't know. I just have a feeling that it might be a big shock when we actually see who it is. That's what I'm thinking, at least. But as far as we can tell, it seems like this is going to be a hard fucking journey, because it's just the 4 of them that are not petrified, and everybody else on the ship is petrified, and they got to work with this girl now that they just met, and probably introduce, you know, themselves to the villagers and whatnot too, and get an idea of how they're going to approach this and accomplish their goals. So I'm very excited. Like the last episode really turned things up, and the show is getting a lot more exciting now off of that. As Senku would say, it's very exhilarating. So I'm excited to see where we go from here, and hopefully make some progress. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. If you guys enjoy it, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell so you know the next one's dropping. Let's get into it. Season 3, Episode 8, Dr. Stone. Yeah, calm them down. They just fucked them up. I mean, it made it so they can't actually move and shit. That's right, and apparently she knows the secret of the petrification beam. Alright, please tell us the secret, like, right, like, I need to know, like, right away. Like, come on. Alright, nice little recap, okay? Going to the opening, vibe out for a little bit, and then I need some info, okay? Tell me the secret. So vibey. The trump card aboard the science vessel. Okay, alright, so we going back to the ship? Oh, now we get a flashback to 5 years ago. What the fuck? Oh, this is her. This is her. This is the girl. Amaryllis. Amaryllis. I gotta remember that name. So maybe we're gonna get, I have a feeling, since they're trying to leave, or they're, you know, being rebellious, that her friends end up being turned into stone, and then Amaryllis witnesses it, and this is what started her goal. Who in the fuck? The 2 tops? Okay, so the 2 people closest to the master. Bro. That motherfucker looked like Tsukasa. Look at him. Looks smack like Tsukasa. Yo, relax, my guy. She's fucking 13. Calm your ass down. This motherfucker trying to groom her and shit. Okay, this guy is fucking creepy. Yeah, for real. How the fuck? So yeah, like I thought, she witnessed her friends turning into stone. Oh, she tore her hair off. And it just luckily didn't get in the range of her. Sure enough, like I thought, she witnessed her friends get petrified, and this is what started her goal.
当主様なんて乗っていなかった。皆さんにお力を貸していただけたら嬉しいなって。今日会った方にこんなこと。
Bro, you don't have to swindle us with your beauty. Like, we're gonna do it regardless, don't worry.
ごめんなさい。
Working on Soyuz very well.
もういいっつんだよそれは。
Yeah, for real.
やっぱり効かない。
少なくとも1、効果範囲あり。
2、
投げて使う。つまり使用者も石化する。3、石化の連鎖はブチ切りゃ止まる。そこにはルールがある。ルールさえありゃそれは全部科学だ。
This motherfucker Snaku, he likes that. He's like, alright, there's some rules to it. There we go. Breaking it down.
各集落に18歳過ぎて高級に嫁ぐ綺麗な子を選抜に来る。
Thank God it's over 18. Jesus.
結婚してたってお構いなし。
Even if they're married? Okay.
明日選ばれて連れ
Shit. This fucking guy.
まあ実際でしょうね。バトれる人と一緒に行かないとリムなんじゃないの？
でも一緒に高級に入り込めるような
Right in front of you, motherfucker! Kohaku.
なるほど。私も一緒にその可愛い選抜とやらに選ばれれば良いのだな。私が可愛いに選ばれれば良い。
Chief of makeup? Oh my God, they're gonna beautify her ass up. Yeah, beautification. Soyuz is so nervous.
まずはそっからだ。美少女コンテストに選ばれてやろうっつうミッションだぞ。
なかなかに動きづらそうだ。
That's a fucking dress right there.
特に足技がきつそうだな。そういうとこ。よし。だからそういうとこ。まあ服はいいけど、問題はこっからよ。
This is the highest of our problems right now to make sure she doesn't fuck this up. Oh God, it's so trolly.
手持ちの道具じゃニッチもサッチもいかねえ。船のラボさえゲットすりゃこの島で戦える。
Okay, but it looks like there's little ships around our big ship. So like they got this shit on the lockdown, don't they?
あなたたちが乗ってきたの？あんな大きい船初めて見た。気持ちはわかるけど特攻ダメよ、琥珀ちゃん。Gまで。
Bro, he quick with that rope, bro. He always reeling her in like, yo, hold on. Careful. Is that not the master right there?
当主様はもっと若い。あれは宰相イバラ。当主様の意見を聞いて実際にみんなに指示出しするお役に。
Okay, so he's also a worker for the master. Bitch, y'all are not taking this boat that we worked so hard on.
この船の設備はあまりに私たちの理解を超えています。おそらく島を抜けた者たちによる妖術の類。速やかに破壊すべきだ。
待って待って霧雨くん、まさか意見してんの？決めるのは当主様でしょ。人に砕いといてね、石像に。
That's fucking, yeah, that's ass.
全てを台無しにするような真似はしない。まるで気づかなかった。この子、即座に臨戦態勢。
Oh, here we go, a fight already? Oh, damn! Whip the shit out of her fucking face! Damn! Yeah, Kirisame. Oh my, damn, damn! Bro!
素手で制圧などできん。ラボだ！絶対にラボが欲しい。
科学王国の仲間にだけ通じる秘密の連絡になるんだ。
Okay, I was so confused for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
ラボくん、早く行ってあげて、彼女のとこ。
この子超束縛強くてさ、彼氏のラボくんの近くに女子がいただけですぐ嫉妬して喧嘩始めちゃうのよ。
Oh my god, bro.
絶対にラボが欲しい。私とラボは恋人同士でな。
ああ。
Beautiful.
ともかく早く帰りなさい。
They immediately flustered her.
だがきっと誰かが
Show was so funny, bro. It was actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting her to actually pull him in and kiss her. I mean, kiss him.
つまり手榴弾の類。
Damn, he just kicked the shit out of her.
先空たちに伝えるんだ。船が襲われたことを。
Okay, he made it out too because he was still in the water. Should have just kept swimming, but looks like the range was just before him, just like Amaryllis. You're lucky as fuck, dude. You're lucky. Yeah, he went up himself, and sure enough, he's gonna see everybody petrified. Where are these two at, though? So Suika and this guy are still chilled. And they're still alive. They're not petrified. We need as much help from them as we can get. Come on, pull it together. Okay, he's in one of the barrels. Alright, bet. Say less. Isn't there people like right next to you, bro?
戦場に誰かいるぞ。科学王国の生き残りが。
誰だ。
They're gonna see him and be like, fuck! I knew it!
ダメなのその銀狼って人じゃ。
SS レアカードだったけど。
They're like card ratings? Yo, no, it's so trolly.
いや、銀狼もやるときはやる男だ。見ろ、何か今、おそらくは重要な情報を伝えようとしているぞ。
Nah, he's just saying save me, bruh. Yeah, help. Get the fuck back in the barrel! Get the fuck back in the barrel! Thank you. Holy shit, this episode is stressing me out. Bro, what the fuck? How'd you notice that, dog? Creepy ass. You're lucky. You're lucky.
さっきのガシャーンってのなんかが転がってぶつかったみたいな音だったんだよね。見た目こんなだけどどうもかもな。
いいね、すごくいい。当主様も喜ぶでしょこれ。野菜もさ、ほら。
Bro, this is annoying me. Like, he just wants everything for the master. Like, no, this is our fucking ship, bro. Oh, there she is. She's blending in with the melons. Okay, so they're both on the ship. They're both on the ship. We need your fucking help, please.
誰かが温室で陽動した。
一人超絶優秀なやつがいんぞ。俺らが上陸に使ったボートだがな。今となっちゃあれが見つかると誰かが島に入ってることがバレちまうとこだった。100億%大自然に溶け込まして隠してやがる。
Let's go, Suika! Yeah, nah, she like that, bro. She gonna carry Ginro's ass to success.
大自然と潜入の達人様がよ。
See, she wasn't supposed to even be on this journey, but she's gonna be our biggest help. Let's go. SSR, baby. Let's go. What? Nah, that was the quickest episode ever, bro. Come on. Damn. I don't feel like that much happened. That was so quick, bro. That was insanely quick. Come on. God damn it. Alrighty, guys. What another amazing episode of Dr. Stone. That one felt like 5 minutes. I mean, that was insanely fast is what it felt like, bro. Like, that was just too quick. But another amazing episode. As we saw, we caught right back up with Amaryllis and, you know, kind of learned about like what happened with her and why she got this goal. And sure enough, you know, some friends of hers, you know, they're trying to be rebellious and they were trying to leave the island and, you know, venture out into the sea. And I guess, you know, the master doesn't allow that. So sure enough, the top 2 warriors, we get introduced to them right away. One of them looking smack like Tsukasa. So you know that motherfucker's strong as shit. And then the other one, Camarisse? I want to say Camarisse. I know it starts with a K, but I could be butchering the rest of it. But that's the left-hand warrior that's right next to the master as well. She's the one that's always been using the petrification weapon. And it looks like this little fucking rock or something. That, funny enough, because when you're petrified, you turn into a fucking rock. So, and it's tied to a rope, because obviously, whenever you use it, it's a pretty big range. You know what I'm saying? So she throws it out, and it creates this, you know, orb or sphere of green light, which is what petrifies you. And it goes to a certain distance. You know what I'm saying? It has a certain amount of diameter. And so sure enough, that's how we saw it first used against Suiko's friends. I called it right away. I was like, yep, they're going to get in trouble, and then they're going to get petrified, and Amaryllis is going to witness her friends being petrified, and that's where she's going to, that's like what created her whole drive and goal to begin with. Like, I need to get close to the master. Like, fuck this. Like, why should we be petrified? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's definitely unfair. And as you can see, the people that are higher ups on this island, the master and then his close people, especially that minister guy, I mean, creepy as fuck, but also very, very, very authoritarian. Like, just very like, oh, how dare you give me an opinion? Like when they were on the boat and the one girl that's really strong was trying to give her own opinion, like, I don't know, we don't know much about this boat, maybe we should just destroy it. Like, you know, there's a lot of things on this ship that we don't know about. Maybe it's best to destroy it so they can't, you know, whatever. You know, she's like thinking about worst case scenario, like we should probably just get rid of it, right? But he's like, oh, I'm the minister, I make the master's decisions. Are you questioning the master? How dare you give me an opinion? Like, I was like, okay, this guy's already gonna be a fucking problem. He already sounds annoying as shit. And character design very, very fits him in terms of how annoying he is. But sure enough, that's what we learned about Amaryllis and her backstory, and then we quickly learned like what her goal was and why she's been working herself out to become this very beautiful girl. And so that's when we learned that every year, I think she said, is whenever the master comes to each village or their village, whatever, I don't know how many villages there are, and he basically just chooses all of the cute, you know, pretty girls that he likes that are over 18. Thank God, I'm fucking I love how they finally mentioned that, because the one guy that looks smack like Tsukasa, bro, he was fucking already looking at Amaryllis when she was like 13, like, yeah, she's gonna be a go one when she was 8. Like, bro, shut your dumbass up. Ew. But yeah, sure enough, that's what she explained. Like, they come every year to choose girls, and it doesn't matter if you're married or not. If the master likes you, he likes you, you're going. You're going to the inner palace. So this is where they're like, okay, so Amaryllis, yeah, I mean, obviously you're fucking beautiful, so you're probably gonna get chosen, but you're probably gonna need someone else that is able to fight to go with you, because from the story that she told, the one that has the weapon is a girl. So how are you gonna, I mean, unless the girl was attracted to women, but it doesn't seem, you know, usually that's not the case, you know, in most scenarios. So they were like, okay, well, it's probably going to be pretty hard for you to get close to her and be able to steal the weapon from her. You know what I'm saying? It'd be easier if the weapon was just on the master, but, you know, it doesn't seem like that's the case. So we're like, all right, you need to take somebody with you. Who's a strong-ass girl that can go with you? And they're like, oh, shit, Kawaku! But then they're like, okay, is she really going to be able to pull off this beauty, like, cute look and shit? Because she's, like, kind of like a tomboy. She's always been strong. You know what I'm saying? Very capable. And she is cute, but, like, in terms of, like, I guess like they're stereotypical like women, you know, that the master would choose. You know, if she has like a weapon and a shield on her back, you know what I'm saying, and acts how she usually does, where she was like moving her legs at one point, and Gen was like, exactly that. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to fix her behavior and make her all, you know, beautified. And so this is when they start, you know, kind of doing that, and Amaryllis gives her a dress, which is a really pretty dress. You know, it looks really good on her. See how much more they can get on, you know, beautifying her up after we get this lab. But that's sure enough, like after we got done, like kind of starting the beautification of Kohaku, they realized, okay, it'd be a lot easier for all of our endeavors in how we're going to do this on this island and accomplish our goals, we need the lab. And the lab is on the ship. And sure enough, when they get to the ship, they got motherfuckers surrounding it. There's, you know, they're all checking it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, the enemy's taking it over. It's like, all right, this is going to be harder than we thought. And then sure enough, the guy the minister, he's like taking advantage, and he's like just kind of doing whatever he wants. And he's knocking the statues over. Like, he just knocked fucking Chrome over. His head is literally fucking gone now. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, you know, they have the tools necessary, and they've already dealt with this before, where you can put pieces back together and they'll be fine. So that's good, but it's still fucked up. So that's what pissed Kohaku off and causes her to go down and kind of, you know, start acting on her own and like off of like reaction. You know, like, oh nah, fuck that, I can't let him do that. So she starts running down the hill, and she gets kind of closer, and I guess, you know, the one girl, left hand of the master that uses that petrification weapon, she found Kohaku, and that's where they started fighting. And man, she was kicking the shit out of her, bro. She turned into a Beyblade. She's like, pop, 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 like just going at it. And Kohaku was blocking, but like Kohaku noticed right away, like, okay, yeah, she's strong. Like, she's definitely one of the strongest warriors on the island. So sure enough, they duked it out for a little bit, and then they had this little acting scene where she just shouted out lab, and they don't know what that word is. So then Gen kind of played the, you know, mentalist, you know, psychologist thing that he does, where he was like, oh, lab's right here. Yeah, she gets so, you know, worried about him, like whenever he's around another girl. And, you know what I'm saying, it just made a huge misunderstanding for the warrior girl, where she got all flustered, like, oh my god, don't do your flirtatious shit around here ever again. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it, like, diffused the situation, which was just so funny. And they actually played the acting so well. Like, Kohaku actually, like, pulled Senku in, gave him a fucking smooch, and Senku is, like, kind of playing along, but he's just like, okay, whatever. And then, sure enough, that, like, was enough to, like, diffuse her off. Like, oh my god, don't do that here again. And then, like, leaves. You know what I'm saying? It's so trolly. But then sure enough, they're trying to figure out, okay, how do we get this lab? How? There's got to be somebody on the ship. Like, hopefully there's somebody on the ship that can help us out. That we have somebody on the inside that heard that word lab and knows what the fuck we're talking about. Because obviously nobody on this island knows what that word is. But people that are a part of the Kingdom of Silence will know what we're talking about. So that was a key word, and Ginro notices it. And he's one of the ones that survived the petrification attack. And we also have Suika. And so Ginro is just like asking for help. They see him through the telescope, and they're like, fuck, bro. Like, he's useful when it comes down to it, but like, he's kind of an idiot most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, god damn it, that's not really what we wanted. And then he almost gets caught, and that's when they hear some noise from the greenhouse. And it's really interesting how they're like viewing everything and perceiving everything, because they were like, oh, it came from the transparency room or whatever. And you know, it was like, transparency? Oh, they mean the greenhouse? It's because they've never seen glass before. So sure enough, Suika kind of distracted them by making noise or whatever, and then she blended in with the melons, and that saved Ginro's ass. And so both of them are our best bet right now. Ginro, not so much, but he will be helpful when it comes down to it. Suika, on the other hand, she's fucking really helpful. And it's very ironic because she wasn't supposed to be on this journey in the first place, but she's going to be one of our biggest fucking assets now. And she's already coming in clutch because she already hid the motorboat. Senku noticed that he like spotted it with the telescope at one point. He was like, oh shit, oh yeah, we got a good helper. We got someone really good, as they were showing the fucking, you know, characters that they could have had, like, you know what I'm saying, they had them like on cards and like the card rating and shit, like Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh or some shit. Like, it's so funny. And Suika is like one of those characters, like, bet, like, thank God we got you, you know what I'm saying? Whereas before, like, she wasn't supposed to be here. Now we're fucking super thankful that she's here, because she's actually very useful and helpful. So yeah, and she's already done very good job of that. Like, she's already hid the motorboat, so we still have that. We can use that to our advantage. And then hopefully, however, I mean, I don't know if these people are just gonna leave at some point if it gets late enough, or what, or if they're gonna have to like really be sneaky and actually get this lab out, you know, while they're all on the ship somehow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I guess we'll see that next episode. But that's the plan of action. We got to get the lab off that ship. Once we have the lab, we can do things that we want to and make things, and, you know, help out the villagers, and also just so many other. It's just gonna rapidly improve our success rate in accomplishing the goals that we want to do on this island. And yeah, so that's where we're at. We got Ginro, Suika, Senku, Kohaku, Gin, and Soyuz, and then Amaryllis. And then probably whoever else of Amaryllis's villagers, you know, start getting exposed to what Senku and them are doing, and then they'll probably become part of the group and whatnot, and kind of have an inside understanding of what the real goal is for their cause. So very interesting stuff. I felt like that was so quick though. Like it didn't feel like much happened in that episode. Like that episode was really weird. Like it just happened so fast. Like it was like, okay, Amaryllis backstory real quick. Need to make Kohaku pretty. Okay, let's go get the lab. Enemy on the ship. 2 survivors on the ship. Episode ends. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, nah, yeah. So very good episode, but it felt extremely fast. So can't wait for the next one. I'm already itching for it because that was such a quick episode. But what are you gonna do? Just gotta wait. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. If y'all did, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe for new, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.